To close our section on copywriting techniques, I'm going to discuss 4 of them that help you capture your visitors' attention and add more sparkle to your copywriting, whether you are writing for your website or for your email communications. These techniques were developed and are taught by Roy H. Williams in his Wizard Academy. Sousing, named for the mischievous and whimsical Dr. Seuss, surprises broker by demanding first the attention of the illogical, non-judgmental right brain before conquering the rational left hemisphere of the brain. It emphasizes verbs over nouns and adjectives and uses unofficial, fanciful words. The reader instinctively knows their meaning, even though he has never heard them before. It's not to be overused, though. Like pepper sauce, a tiny bit adds zip to even the blandest of dishes. But used judiciously, it can make your copy leap off the page and settle delightfully in your prospect's brain. Oops, I hear the soup boiling over. She turned and fled with a certain rhinoceroid grace into the kitchen. Another writing technique everyone associates with Dr. Seuss is the use of meter. On the end of a rope he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. When words generate their own beat, they very often become more appealing. The right brain quickly latches onto them and pays attention. Meter makes your words seem that much more musical. When you write in a rhythmic meter, even if it isn't one of the classic poetical meters, your words become increasingly appealing and memorable. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Winston tastes good like a cigarette should. Benjamin Franklin, the punctual plumber. The professional services firm iProspect, a search engine marketing company with a typically conservative corporate voice, included an example of Seussing in an email campaign. Click. Cool. A chirping mouse, a purring person, unexpected words and images, compelling verbs. iProspect sent this out to B2B clients and has had repeated and phenomenal success with it. These are the guidelines for Seussing. Invent words that the reader intuitively understands the meaning of, use meter, and use verbs. Frosting, after the poet Robert Frost, is one of the simplest techniques you can tackle to bring light and life to otherwise dull writing. Take what you have written, and without changing the message structurally, replace all the common predictable phrases with unexpected interesting ones. Make word combinations that bring very bright, vivid, and unforgettable images to mind. Frost could have written, "There are things that can ruin a wall, like freezing, which makes the top rocks of the wall fall down, so even 2 people together can walk through the holes." Instead, personifying freezing and choosing more unexpected words, he wrote, "Something there is that doesn't love a wall, that sends the frozen groundswell under it and spills the upper boulders in the sun, and makes gaps even 2 can pass abreast." Look through Frost's poem, A Dream Pang, and notice the use of unexpected, uncommon words and phrases. I had withdrawn in forest. My song was swallowed up in leaves. Blew all way. Pensive head. For fun, try unfrosting this poem in exercise 14. Frosting means you replace uncommon, predictable phrases with unexpected, colourful ones. Exercise 14a asks you to identify the frosted words and phrases in the poem Birches. In 1869, Monet was painting at La Granouille when he realized shadows are not just black or brown, but are influenced by their surrounding colors. He further realized the color of an object is modified by the light in which it is seen, by reflections from other objects, and by contrast with juxtaposed colors. His work eschewed the idea of outlines and avoided the color black, which he considered the total lack of color. Take a moment to get a sense and feeling for what Monet accomplished. color of a word is modified by the light in which it is seen, by reflections from words near it, and by contrast with words juxtaposed to it. The meaning of a word changes entirely depending on the words alongside it and depending upon the context in which it is used. A note takes flight, makes to soar sonorous and pure, the voice of light fashioning ambiance for the soul. Another and another lift with grace into being, blending, merging, until voice is contrapuntal, polyphonic, in cadence antique, etched traces of musical lace across the landscape of reason. Music from the Middle Ages, experience a Renaissance, ladyfingers. Being Monet is to write impressionistically rather than accurately. It's also to use poetic exaggeration and overstatement. You don't have to be accurate to tell the truth. The truth is bigger than the facts. To be Monet is to select emotional words according to the intensity of their associations, or colours, and to remove all the black.